Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Tuesday. Woo! It's our weekly show where we talk about technology.
Technology never stops. Every Tuesday there is more technology for you to find out about.
Unloading all the technology news on you. I'll get into it.
First off, unless you've been living under a rock for the past year or two, you know that gamers live streaming their gameplay is an increasingly popular form of live entertainment online.
I never thought I'd watch it, and I end up watching it way more than it's crazy. Right now, Twitch pretty much dominates as the live streaming platform that people use, both as viewers and as streamers, but it looks like they've got some competition on its way in the form of Valve's new Steam broadcasting feature.
What?
Oh no!
Unlike Twitch, which requires streaming software like OBS to broadcast, Steam broadcasting works from within Steam itself. You simply look at your friends list, and if you want to watch what your friend is currently playing, you click Watch Game. There you go, done.
To stream, you simply set your broadcast privacy settings to allow friends to watch, request to watch, receive invites to watch, or allow anyone to watch your games and then start playing.
Yeah, that's it. You'll receive a toast when a friend either requests to watch or starts watching your game, and at any time you can see a list of viewers from the Steam overlay broadcast box.
So there isn't an option yet for recording broadcasts, but we assume that they'll probably implement a recording feature sometime down the line.
Yeah, it's still very early. It's only available right now to people who have the Steam client beta, but opting in to Steam beta participation is as simple as going into your Steam account settings and making a few clicks. It's really easy.
So obviously this is pretty different from Twitch in its approach, and it's more just a way to easily share gameplay experiences with friends. For now, at least. It has the potential to be bigger than that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're targeting it like this to, I think, not encroach on Twitch, but if they can do this, there's no reason
gotta get that recording feature all.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they will, but for now it's small. And Twitch, for their part, doesn't seem very threatened by it at this point. Twitch's VP of Marketing, Matthew DiPietro, said in a statement, "We are huge fans of Steam and work with Valve regularly on various events and product integrations. While Steam's broadcasting solution and the Twitch platform are very different things with vastly different feature sets, it's really validating to see a company like Valve embrace streaming in this way. Live video is the future of social connectivity for gamers, and this is another proof point. We wish them the best of luck." Very classy.
Yeah.
I mean, they make so much money.
Yeah, they don't care. They're
come at me, Valve.
Yeah, real cute. So Valve might be great at figuring out ways to satisfy their customers, but there's lots of companies out there that aren't.
Oh yeah.
The company American Telephone and Telegraph. Well, you do, but probably not by that name. We're talking about AT&T.
Oh, yes, like many American companies who've been around for well over 100 years, in this case long enough to be named after an obsolete piece of technology like the telegraph, AT&T has gotten a little too comfortable in its position as one of the biggest and most established tech companies in America.
With Google and Verizon leading the push for modernizing America's data infrastructure with much faster gigabit speed fiber optic data networks at a way more affordable rate, many towns are taking it upon themselves to start laying fiber instead of waiting around for some company to come along.
Take the town of Chanute, Kansas. The rural community of just over 9,000 people isn't really on any service provider's radar as a place to drop fiber, but they're eager to get the same gigabit speeds that their neighbors 150 miles northeast in Kansas City are gonna get from Google very soon.
Yeah.
So the city of Chanute decided, hey, let's stop waiting around and just do it ourselves.
Yeah. Chanute already has fiber in place for its government facilities, local hospital, community college, and select businesses. So setting up a fiber to home project would simply be an expansion of an existing infrastructure.
Sounds great, right? Well, not to American Telephone and AT&T.
Yeah.
A state utilities law from 1947 requires the city of Chanute to get permission from the Kansas Corporation Commission in order to proceed, and AT&T is stepping right in and trying to stop it from happening.
Of course, because they want that money. The 1947 law in question was put in place at a time when telecommunications was literally just the phone, and towns just had one phone company. Now this is 2014, and telecom is all about internet and mobile phones these days, so this law is old and dumb, but we digress.
Basically, AT&T doesn't want a small town utility company to beat them at their own game. Chanute's local fiber plan would be $40 a month for 1 gigabit per second internet, and the AT&T DSL currently available in Chanute is 6 megabits per second DSL for $35. So, in other words, only a moron would continue to use AT&T DSL if Chanute were to install fiber.
And it looks like the Kansas Corporate Commission is totally okay with that, as they've submitted their recommendation to the state of Kansas to go ahead and allow it. So that's cool. Yeah.
Good job, Kansas. Who thought Kansas would be this beacon of
Yeah, they're the front runner in getting all this fiber stuff.
Yeah.
They get Google, and now they have their own municipalities doing it. Sure.
So Chanute is just a small town in the middle of Kansas, but this story has a much wider scope and much larger implications for where telecom is going in this country. People want fast, modern internet. The technology exists, and if a telecom company that's been around in some capacity since the invention of the telephone can't be bothered to do it, cities are just gonna do it for themselves.
Good. Good. That's what they should be doing. It's
great.
It sucks when you live in a town like LA that's just massive. There's the infrastructure here.
The bureaucracy
years.
here is a
Yeah,
fucking mess.
It's insane. Yeah, here telecom companies own sections of the town. So like FiOS can't come to a certain part of town because it's run by AT&T or Time Warner. It's fucked up. Anyway,
it's like the mafia.
this next tech story could just as easily have appeared on Weekly Weird News instead of Tech Tuesday. You know WhatsApp, the instant messaging app? Apparently it's become the hottest new way for Italians to find out their spouse is cheating on them.
40% of adulterous divorce cases in Italy cite WhatsApp messages as evidence of adultery, according to the Italian Association of Matrimonial Lawyers.
It's a good association.
The president of the association told the London Times, lovers can now exchange risque photos of themselves, and we have seen adulterers using the service to maintain 3 or 4 relationships. It's like dynamite.
I love that. He gave it like a positive spin on the end there. It's like dynamite, baby.
He continues.
Everybody's on it.
I don't know whose side this guy is on.
Yeah.
Because he then goes on to say, my message to adulterers is, be prudent, since if it makes betrayal easier, WhatsApp also makes it easier to be caught. Spouses often become suspicious when they hear the beep of an incoming message.
This is like coming from the same country where like the guy who ran the place had
Silvio
lots
Berlusconi.
of extramarital affairs going on. It's pretty much standard there. Just don't get caught. So did a divorce lawyer really just give advice on how to cheat and not get caught? That's like the most Italian thing I've ever heard. Anyway, the idea that cheating spouses communicate with their lovers through social media is nothing new, with a previous study in the UK finding that 1/3 of divorces in the previous year cited evidence from Facebook. Finally, solar power is a technology that's been around for decades, but hasn't yet been managed to be efficient enough for like mass adoption anyway. But researchers at Northwestern University have managed to increase the efficiency of solar panels by a whopping 22% with help from an unlikely source. A Jackie Chan Blu-ray.
Well, what
Okay.
they did could have been done using any old Blu-ray, but the fact that it was Jackie Chan's Police Story 3: Super Cop is just so amusing that we're going to refer to Blu-rays as Jackie Chan Blu-rays for the remainder of this story.
As we should.
Starting now.
So CDs, DVDs, and Jackie Chan Blu-rays all store binary data in a series of microscopic indentations sealed between 2 pieces of plastic. A disk drive points a laser at the spinning disk, and the laser gets reflected straight back on areas of the disk that are smooth and reflected differently where there are indentations.
In the case of Jackie Chan Blu-rays, those indentations are about 75 nanometers long, more than 10 times smaller than the indentations on CDs. They're goddamn tiny, and that's how they fit all that data on a single Jackie Chan Blu-ray.
To account for possible scratches, the data on every Jackie Chan Blu-ray has error control codes built in and applied at regular intervals, creating a quasi-random pattern of indentations. This is the reason the bottom of Jackie Chan Blu-rays, as well as CDs and DVDs, reflect light in a kind of a rainbow pattern.
Well, it turns out that this design is not only great for storing Jackie Chan films, it's also great for trapping photons in the visible light and near-infrared spectrum, something that current solar cells aren't really that good at.
So researchers at Northwestern University, they decided to buy a copy of Police Story 3: Super Cop on Jackie Chan Blu-ray, remove the plastic layer, and cast a mold of the quasi-random pattern of the data that they then used to create a photovoltaic cell with the same pattern. I'm lost. I'm completely lost already.
Well, they made a mold of the
Yeah.
pattern on the DVD and then printed that onto the shit they make solar panels of. Now it traps light better.
Yeah, just make it work.
And just like that, their solar panels now have a quantum efficiency of 40%, which is a 22% increase in efficiency.
Put those panels back on top of the White House.
We'll be the first to admit that we have almost no idea what any of this means, but it sounds like a great improvement.
Go Northwestern University. So moving forward, solar panel manufacturers can dramatically increase their panel's efficiency using the same simple tech that Jackie Chan Blu-ray burners use to burn Jackie Chan Blu-rays. It's as
Thank
simple
you,
as that.
Jackie Chan.
Thanks, Jackie Chan. What a great
He's not
man.
just the greatest stuntman actor of all time.
He's also saving lives and saving the world.
Yeah, and God knows China could use some solar panels. The air is disgusting.
Take it away, Jackie Chan. All right, guys, that's this week's Tech Tuesday. Hope you had a great time. We had a great time explaining the minutia of how Blu-rays
Yeah,
work.
like all the science that we just don't know. Like, for example, how integer systems work on setting view count limits on YouTube.
Yeah, everyone
We're
really,
sorry.
really wrote us about that. But we'll see you guys next time, and be sure to leave your corrections for our bad science below in the comments. All right, see you guys later.
Bye.